Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Shiv Kumar. I'm a techie, traveler, photographer, and a filmmaker based out of Bangalore in India. For those of you who already know me as a photographer and videographer, you might be experienced with the type of the work that I do. But for the folks who are new here, I just want to give you a quick intro about who I am and what I do and what this whole channel is all about, and probably try to explain this whole problem statement of the product that I'm building in this particular video. In the coming videos, I'll also share with you my experiences, my downfalls, my learnings, and all those things which I've faced over the last 1+ year in an attempt to try to build this product or the platform. I would probably go ahead and call this as a community or a platform rather than a product or an app, because initially when I started off thinking about it, I just kept on calling it as an app. But I just realized that that might not be a right way to address it, because this is a place where I want to bring in people who like to travel, who like to explore, and who like to share things with the fellow community members. So I would probably call this as a platform or a community. So to begin with, yes, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'll not take too much of the time. Myself, as I told you, I'm Shiv Kumar. I'm based out of Bangalore. By my profession, I'm a techie. I've been in this industry for like 15+ years now. I've been doing photography and videography for close to 15 years now. What started off as my way of getting into photography by doing travel photography slowly evolved into wildlife photography, and nature and wildlife is something which kept me hooked on to for a very long time. And therein I specialized on landscape photography. I'm a totally self-taught and self-learned photographer and filmmaker. I didn't join any colleges or universities or anything, nor during the good old days we had any luxury of online classes, or probably the Skillshares or Udemy's of the internet during like 15 years back. I was also the co-founder of Landscape Wizards, which was India's first and only dedicated landscape photography forum. And I was also a co-founder of CreativeNaturePhotography.net, which was a platform dedicated for a completely creative aspect of nature photography. And over a period of time, I just realized that um, photography is okay, filmmaking is okay, but to do all these things, you need to travel, you need to explore. But the key thing that was missing was there was not a single platform, at least according to me, which kind of connected the missing dots. Now, what are those missing dots are what I'm going to explain in this particular video. When it comes to photography or filmmaking, especially for travel photography or travel filmmaking, one thing that is very obvious is you have to travel. You need to travel, go to that place, and instead of taking pictures or making videos about the usual hotspots of that particular place, it's always better that you do your research about places which are like very offbeat, something new, something very interesting, not the very typical Eiffel Tower or Taj Mahal kind of a places, but some offbeat food locations or places where you can buy certain things or places where you can experience certain things. I just felt that over a period of time, a lot of people are contributing to places which are like this, but the information was very scattered. Now, that is exactly what prompted me to think about this whole aspect of building this community or platform. Now, what is that is missing? Now, if you actually see some of the top social media platforms that you have right now in the world, like be it the Instagram, the Facebook, YouTube, or maybe up to an extent even Google Guides. We'll talk about it a little bit more in a few minutes from now. But if you see all these things, people share what they do to the outside world through one of these social media platforms. Like in Instagram, they share photos or they share Instagram reels. Facebook, they go, they share again photos, videos, and all those things. YouTube, primarily the videos. People make vlogs, people make travel stuff, and all those things. And again, talking about Google Guides, these are people who are very specific about sharing their experiences or reviews or inputs about what they see or what they do. They share their kind of, I would say, a review on a particular place in Google Guides. It's something which shows up as a review component when you search a place or whatever in Google. Now, what I realized was in Instagram, if you go to a new place, you click a photograph, you want to post a photograph, you can actually tag that place. It comes just below your name on the top, and it's kind of like a generic tag. It's not very specific to where exactly you are. You have to search for that place, and maybe something nearby comes up in the pre-populated list. You select it, you did it. If you actually click on it, it will just show all the photos which are tagged with that particular place, and there's a small map on top of it. You click on it again, it will show up Google Maps. That's fine. These are good for places which are already populated or very popular ones. And when it comes to Facebook, similar thing, but you had an option called check-in. You check into a hotel, you check into a restaurant, you check into a bar, you check into a stadium. You had this option of doing a check-in wherein you can tag that particular location. Now these are all again places which are well known. Like you go to a very popular hotel, or you go to a very popular stadium or anything, these places are already there. Its check-in was easy. Now again, going to some offbeat places or like some new places, it was really difficult to do those, the so-called check-ins. Now coming to Google Guides, the thing there is Google Guides, in turn Google allows you to tag the specific place, write a review, post a photo, everything, but it all remains in Google. But there is no aspect of connecting similar things. There was a lack of or inability to connect similar interest stuff in Google Guides. Now everything is scattered everywhere, and Google has a location information. People write reviews and all those things, but not many people see that. So people post photos of places or food and all those things on Instagram. Those gets reshared by aggregator channels. Even if you put the location information, the exact name of the place and all those things in the description, it it does not allow you to copy. You have to just type the same thing on Google search field. So many confusion. And there are few aggregators who are like very cheeky. They post a photograph of a nice place and they say that DM me or follow me back so that I can give you the information. Like all these, like, why do all these things? This is what kept bothering me. So this is my whole, probably I would like to call it as like a problem statement, wherein I kept on uh, bumping into sources wherein like either it is not easily accessible, or it's not easily shared, or it's like there is no connecting dots between things of similar interest. That is exactly what prompted me to start this whole thought process regarding this building this platform. Now what this platform is all about is, this is not a social media platform. Let me be very specific about it in the very beginning itself. I'm not competing here with Instagrams or Twitter or Snapchat or anything like that. Nor this is a place where you come and boast yourself to be like the person having 1 million followers, or like having 50,000 likes or something like that. This is not such a platform. This is a platform which I would like to call it as like by the explorers and to the explorers. Now, what this explorers and buy and to is all the things like, this is where people who would like to go and explore new things, be it a new place to stay, a new place to eat something, a new dish that they have discovered, or a new experience that they did, or a new thing that they bought when they're traveling. Like it could be a souvenir, it could be something very specific to that place. They typically share these things in their social media, but this platform is one such thing wherein people share it on the spot, and they also tag the location so that this information is available for consumption for the people who come to the platform as a consumer. Now, the whole concept of how this platform works, I will be explaining it in detail in the coming days. But to begin with, this is a platform wherein contributors and consumer comes, wherein contributor contribute places, contribute things, contribute food places, food items, and where it is found, and their personal review about it. And then consumers who come to this platform get to explore this and actually go ahead and explore and enjoy it themselves. Now when they're doing it, the whole connection point is like similar interest. That is exactly what I want to extend it to, wherein if you are somebody who is very interested in only food related stuff, you can narrow it down to food related explorations only. If you're somebody who are very keen about bumping into good places to stay, offbeat places, or good 3, 4 or 5 star places to stay, you can actually filter it down at that level, and everything is geotagged. And when I say geotagged, it is not geotagged wherein you search like what I told you in Instagram, like you search for a place and tag it. It's like you're geotagging at that location. Now this will enforce that kind of like a trust in the contributor. Now unlike any of the other social media platform which you can post from anywhere and everywhere, wherever you have internet you can go ahead and post it. You take a photo today, you can come back and post it next day, next week, or even next month, even while not being in this place. But this platform will force you to do that posting then and there. Now the obvious question would be, how about a situation wherein there is no network? That is something which I'm currently working on as we speak in this video. But this is not a testament to the contributor's photography skills, wherein he takes a photograph, puts n number of filters, make it look retro or black and white or whatever. This is a platform wherein the contributor is very clear about what he is doing, which is taking a photograph of the place, writing his review or his thoughts about what he felt about that hotel or that homestay or that food or the thing that he bought or that experience that he went through, and geotag it then and there. It's as simple as that. Once you come out of that location, there is no way you can go ahead and post. So that actually gives that extra level of assurance that this person, this contributor was actually there. He actually did that particular exploration before posting it. So that's exactly what this platform will bring into. As I told you, I will be explaining in detail how this whole thing works, how this platform will work, what's the kind of limitations that it has, what is the type of plus points that it has, and how as a consumer you can make the best use of it. All those things in the coming video. But I intended to make this introduction video and probably explain the problem statement as to what is currently there in the market when it comes to social media, most specifically related to travel and exploration stuff, and what is missing there and what I'm trying to build so that it can help the community at a large. So this is my first journal of my journey of building this platform or community. I hope to be, and I hope and I pray that I continue to post regularly on this particular channel, sharing my experiences, sharing my goods and bads about this whole journey, and let's see how things goes. I've been working on it for about a year now, this whole thought process, and I'll explain you what really happened in the last 1 year in the next video. But this is exactly what it is. So as I told you, if this is something which is interesting for you, then please do subscribe and follow me along. And thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.